Okay? Hey, good job. Good job. First day of camp, right? Good job. You're gonna learn, okay? Stay with this. You're gonna learn that you gotta push yourself sometimes, right? You're gonna feel tired, right? I like this, okay? I like this. I think you will too in about 2 minutes, okay? I like this heavy breathing and stuff. That means you got after it. If you weren't breathing, okay, and the time of year it is, you probably weren't wrestling hard enough, okay? Your shape's gonna be better come December, come February when the tournament is. Right now we're working on skills. We got a world-class clinician in here. We worked on skills for about 3 hours today, and we got some good hard wrestling in. I like what I hear. You're getting after it, okay? And what you're gonna learn is that the more you push, you can break the wall down, okay? You can keep pushing it back, okay? You can keep pushing it back, little by little. You can get yourself to do more, okay? Everybody's fine right now, right? Nobody passed out, nobody said we're good, okay? We're good. Now, coaches are gonna meet with Coach Owen in the TV room back at the dorm.
Main lobby.
In the main lobby. Like to have everybody there by about 9.
Yeah, we get about 10 minutes. We'd like to have everybody.
Should be done in a half hour. Just getting the teams together for tomorrow. Some of you guys, you got to draft a couple guys to another team. He's the master. That's why he's here.
Kevin, are we going to start at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon with the first 2 matches?
We are going to start the first 2 matches at the 2 o'clock session.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
So 2 o'clock we'll have a match. We'll have another match at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Tomorrow night, then we'll have, I know we start in the evening session.
Same thing. A couple more duels tomorrow night.
With 6 o'clock or?
7.
7 o'clock. 7 o'clock we'll have a match, another one at 8.
Yep.
Tomorrow.
Yep.
So if your parents are wondering, one of the matches, 2 or 3, 7 and 8.
Yep. Tomorrow morning we're going to have another technique session, okay, with Dustin Schlater, okay, and then we'll get hot and heavy into the wrestling, and we'll do that for a couple more days, right? You guys get a lot of wrestling, a lot of opportunity to scrap, okay? So I like the fight. I like the fight. Everybody shower tonight, okay? Everybody's in the room by what time? 10:30. Yes, sir.
Make sure we have, this is what we, Clarkston, Lakeview, Lakeland, Cheney, University, Snohomish, Coeur d'Alene, Ferris, West Valley, I guess that's it. Those 10 teams are going to need a coach, a representative from each one of those teams need to be up there in 10 minutes. Yep. So we can get it drafted.
You other guys, okay, we're putting you on teams, like the Ashnault guys, the Aloha teams, okay, you understand that, okay? So we'll let you know that as soon as we're done. Okay, that's all I got. Everybody, nobody's leaving. Everybody showers tonight. You're in your rooms 10:30, lights out 11, okay? And I don't expect that to be an issue, okay? Remember what I said about going in other people's rooms and, stuff that you might do, I hope not, but when you're away from here, okay, extracurricular activities, I really hope not, but when you're here, you don't do it, okay? Okay, if you do it, Barney's coming down, he'll get you a one-way trip back to wherever you're from. Okay, so last thing, right? Everybody did awesome, right? Give yourself a hand. Give your coaches a hand, okay? Give Coach Ashnault a hand, okay? Anybody else deserving of a hand? How about like your parents getting you here, like anybody, your support system, all that, give them a hand. What about the best media guy in the wrestling game, Mr. Zeb Miller? Give him a hand. Chief Wahoo could not be happier.
I'll take that.
Okay, so last thing tonight, Anthony Ashnault, okay, NCAA champ from Rutgers. He wants to talk to you guys a little bit. Just give him your attention, and then when he tells you you're done, we're out of here, back to the dorm, okay? All right.
Yeah, first things, just thank you for giving me your attention, especially working with me. I tried my best to give you my representation of kind of my style, different things I do, different drills I do, even though I'm a little banged up. I made it through though, got the ice already back on, already on the road to recovery for the day. But a lot of things that I just memories I start getting hit with coming back to all these camps. Like I was definitely, like Coach said, I was in your shoes. I told you about going to Rutgers camp, living 15 minutes from there, and going to Rutgers camp. And for me, like going to camp was an opportunity to get better, and I was always the guy raising my hand, asking technique questions, even if I felt like a nerd or felt out of place for asking them with my buddies. I was always the guy asking. Sometimes I was the guy asking the college guys if they were counselors or whoever was around for extra workouts. Like, I was just that pest, and I was always eating up everything that was thrown at me, technique, whatever anyone had to offer me, I was taking it. I knew what my goals were, and whatever I could do to accomplish those goals faster and most efficiently, I was willing to listen to. And even if someone was teaching me something that I didn't like, I was learning that I didn't want to do that. It was never disrespectful growing up, and I thank you guys for giving me that attention as well. You guys were really attentive, really paid attention well. Even if you guys didn't get the techniques, I felt like you at least tried your best to try to learn them, and that's all I could really ask. Hopefully, if you didn't get some of this stuff, maybe your teammates did, or maybe a coach did, or maybe if you like something else, you could reach out to me and I could get back to you and help you out along the way. I'd be fine with that. I just wanted to share a little bit about my story. I grew up, I had a great childhood wrestling. I won states in second grade all the way up to high school year, senior year. And once I got to high school, in that middle part, I never lost, like Coach said before. I went 170 in high school. I had opportunity to go to pretty much any wrestling college I wanted to go to. My grades were good enough. I could have probably made it into Ivy League. UPenn said I needed 50 more points on the SAT. So I really had my option of any school I wanted to go to. And I picked to stay home at Rutgers. We were not even in the top 30 in the country at the time. And my goal really was to go there. And New Jersey is a great wrestling state. Pennsylvania is a great wrestling state, Week border. Ohio's close. New York's great, Week border. And our area of wrestling is great. And I knew Rutgers could have been something one day, especially because my brother was competing for them at the time. He was 7 years older. So I got to see them a little bit, but they were still not breaking the top 20, not getting All-Americans. And I decided to stay home and say no to John Smith, who came to my house, no to Cal Sanderson. Just pretty much all the top guys that lined up at my house, I had to tell them no, call them on the phone and tell them I wanted to go to Rutgers, who had no All-Americans, who had no national champs, who had no Olympians, no world team members, who had no coaches on the staff, really, that were All-Americans at the time. And then I committed, I went to school for the first day, and I just felt like that was home. My team was my family, my coaches were my second dads, and I just trusted them every step of the way. And the biggest thing I went in with was that I had the confidence that my goal was to be a national champ, and I knew I could accomplish that no matter where I went. And that's why I made the decision to stay home in the end. I didn't need the credentials. I didn't need the history to know I could get it done. I knew I was going to work as hard as I can. I was going to get the partners that were going to push me. I was going to reach out to whoever I could get around me, and Rutgers really provided that for me in the end. But I knew I was willing to do that work no matter where I went, and I was going to reach my potential limit, whether that was to take 8th in the country, whether that was to be a national qualifier, or the goal to win a national title, which it always was. I knew I was going to do everything to get to that point no matter where I went. And I went to Rutgers, never looked back. 5-6 years later, this year, we had 2 national champions. We had 2 world team members out of the NGRTC, who I represent now, who's out of Rutgers. We finished 9th in the country. So I feel like really what I set out to do kind of is in the process of still happening right now, but a lot of it happened. And I'm not saying you have to come to Rutgers. I'm saying more, for me, what worked for me was staying in my community, staying involved. I lived at home this whole year going to school, and the biggest part of my success was trusting the people around me. Like, I love my family, and I made sure I stayed close to my family, and they helped me along the way. And I knew where my flaws were, and I was never scared to confront them and get better in them, in those areas. And maybe a little message for you guys, you growing up in a state like Washington or the surrounding states, where there's not a lot of college opportunity, Division I maybe, or even all the way down, is to remember your community, where you come back from. Remember who gave to you along the way, because eventually you want to start being, if wrestling's your thing, you want to get back to the sport. Bless you. You want to get back to the sport, and you want to grow where you came from. I know I represent my town on my chest. I have my town on my chest in the semifinals at Nationals. I had my high school shirt on, And that's because it's a representation of me. That's where I came from, that's where I grew up, and that's my morals, and that's where I feel like I get a lot of my pride from. So I encourage you guys to do the same, take a part in the community, really give back when the time's to give back at the end of the day. And it starts in high school. It starts now when you guys your age. You go to the little guys, you help them out along the way. You're never too good to give back a little bit. Just doing something little with a little kid. You're a high school star, they're coming to your matches to watch you, maybe some of you guys. Just going to their practice on a weekday and showing up and giving a little bit of your time goes a long way. Maybe you guys look at me as a superstar, but somewhere along the line when I was in 2nd grade, I looked at the high school guy that took 3rd in regions as a superstar to me. And that's in a lot of different towns. So at all levels, make sure you keep giving back. You get better, you get back to that level that got you to the next level. I have nothing really else. If you guys have any questions for me, I'm willing to answer whatever.
That was really good. Okay, and Anthony, that was one of the reasons I wanted him to come out here. Is obviously he's kind of like a hot name right now. Coming right after an NCAA title. I got a hold of him, the next week or whatever it was. But really, it's a lot kind of like that. Okay, that stuff right there. We could have 1,000 people prepared to teach you guys some wrestling. But it's really a little bit about that. I got a chance to know him first when 5 years ago or something, some Rutgers guys, about 7 or 8 of them, came out to Oregon, and we trained together out at Oregon State for about a week. And, some of his teammates were out there at the time, and so when you're around people and you spend a lot of time in here, you get to know people a little bit and stuff, and then just bumping into guys like that over the years, when they're good people, when they're salt of the earth human beings, and down to earth, but at the same time, they're gonna give you the best and show you, what made them who they are. So I want to thank him for being out here, and he'll be going back to Jersey tomorrow, getting his knee better ready and stuff. So this next year is a big year.
Take on the world next.
So you guys feel free to come up and shake his hand, thank him when we're done and everything. But let's give him one more. Okay. All right, one breakdown. Let's go.
Hard work. 1, 2, 3.
Hard work!